I think he can hear you, Ray.
Don't move. It won't hurt you.
I feel the need for speed. Ow! So together we're the Three Amigos.
Right here. Stop.
What happened? Are you okay?
He's slimy.
Is it getting hot in here? Is it just me?
No, go past this. Past this part. In fact, never play this again.
Woo!
Oh, that was great.
Hello,
How you guys
everyone.
doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. I know we last spoke like literally less than 48 hours ago.
We spoke like 2 hours ago. What are you talking about?
Oh, you and I did. Yeah, but the three of us.
Oh,
Yeah,
the three of us together. Yes.
Yes.
Didn't speak until less than 48 hours ago. So
I'm like, that's usually the most you and I go without talking is about 48 hours.
That's what she said?
I don't know. I just thought that was good to play. Yes, yeah, you are absolutely correct. Our
No
wives
homo.
are worried about us. Yeah. Speaking of what you said, how's it going, Ryan? Good
Yeah.
to see you, buddy.
Thank you.
Good to see you. Hope you're tuning in and hanging out with us. I'm got Jacob. Jacob's here.
Hey, Jacob.
Is he good now? Is he still having the raccoon troubles?
He's upgraded his tech. The raccoons are still there, but they're having a much more difficult time breaching
He
the
just
walls.
needs to go chase him off the porch with the broom.
Okay.
Actually, his last show, the raccoons decided they couldn't get into him, so they went after somebody else on the show.
Yeah. Well, you can maybe you can help him. Maybe you can give him some ideas, Beard. So.
I have some ideas.
Oh, I got gophers, and I got one of those little gopher hawks, and you like stick it in the ground, and then they're supposed to like hit it. But there's one gopher, and he keeps going around it.
Stupid fat hobbit.
That's the one you got to watch out for.
I'm gonna say you've got like the Caddyshack gopher in your backyard.
Yeah, no, it's front yard, and we
Front
have
yard.
a bunch of them. It's not just one.
Is that what we're gonna do when I come visit? Am I gonna help you get rid of a gopher?
Yeah, I'm gonna go buy more of them. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. What's up, guys? Hey, Todd. Good to see you.
Hey,
What's up, man?
Nice and welcome to the channel. I love rush hour movies. Yeah, you're taking our thunder.
you're in the right place.
Hey everyone. Again, we're gonna move on from our small talk, but we are here tonight on After the Weekend, and we are going to talk about Rush Hour. And I'm excited for this one. This one is brought back a lot of memories, I guess I would say. So I was a big fan of Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker. So
Yeah, no, it did. Like, I mean, I remember seeing the trailers for this at the theater, and everybody's cracking up, and then I couldn't wait for it to come out and go watch it, and it was a blast when it came out to the theater.
yeah, Beard. But again, we always ask you this: was this a first watch?
Honestly, I don't know, because about a little bit more than half of this movie was familiar to me, but then there was several scenes that weren't familiar. So maybe it was one of those that I didn't just sit down and watch all in one go. I'm not really sure.
Yeah,
because I knew this question was coming up, and I cannot definitively say if I've seen this before, for this show or not. I don't know.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, it's a fun one. But I'm ready to kind of go over it. But before I do, though, Rick wanted me to show you something, Beard. This is literally just for you and everyone in the show. We found your doppelganger.
Your spirit animal.
Your spirit animal. I guess we call it your spirit animal.
Yes.
So before we get started, everyone, I'm gonna show you Beard's spirit animal.
I saw this.
He's bitching about Fools Rush In.
Hey, I sound a lot less like a chicken than that dog does.
Okay.
One more time.
Yeah, I did see that earlier today, and I thought, I could make some beard comments, but I'm just going to leave this out there and let other people draw their own conclusions. He's so angry.
So just so you know, Beard, we're gonna cut that out, and whenever you go on your little rants, you're gonna have your own clip.
I'm okay with it.
just just like we do when you have all this kind of stuff. Yeah, so it's okay. It's okay.
Oh, and thanks, R2. By the way, I meant to mention it a couple weeks ago, but I discovered that I am searchable as a GIF through X now.
You are.
And that is your doing.
When I did it, I was like, hey, you just got to search for it.
Well, Miss R2 says that she sees the resemblance. He's got to put a little hat
the dog's
on there.
got more hair on his head, though, so there's a little bit different.
I think you should get one of those.
I know.
So anyways, I'm glad we started off the show great. We're going to talk about
Keep
Rush
it in the
Hour.
back of your hood. I think that would be great. It just pops up every now and then. Starts barking.
Every now and then you just need a second beard, and it just goes bloop.
Yeah, you could. That would be great. I think that would be a great addition to the show. So you were talking about excitement, Rick, about seeing the trailers and stuff like that for Rush Hour. I was excited for this movie because I was already kind of a fan of Jackie Chan because of Rumble in the Bronx.
Yeah.
I always thought he was so cool the way he was a stuntman actor, right? And he did all his own stuff, and I thought that was so amazing. And to this day, when an actor does their own stunts, like Tom Cruise, it makes it, especially in an action film, it just makes it so much more believable, right? So the fact that he was able to do some of the things he was still doing, I think he was 40 something or 50 something when he was doing it. And America just finally caught eye of this guy, but in Hong Kong, they knew him from the early 80s. So one movie that I would love to review here, I don't think we're going to be able to do it this month, but it's the Police Story one, where he's also a cop, but it's an earlier movie with him, and it's so fun to watch him kind of go through and tackle guys. So.
I mean, not to disparage this movie because he's still fantastic in it, but this is kind of a subpar Jackie Chan movie. It's a good buddy cop movie, but it's a subpar Jackie Chan movie because when you film in the US, there's so many other safety restrictions that have to go in place, and he's working with people who aren't his dedicated stunt team, because a lot of the really difficult fight scenes and stunts he does with a very specific group of people that train with him. And when he has to work around other people, you just kind of get a little bit, less it's like diet Jackie Chan. It's not quite all the way up there.
Yeah, and no, you're right. I would assume that's correct. And then you buddy him up with Chris Tucker, which at this time, this movie came out in '98. I think this was right after Fifth Element and of course Friday. So he was pretty a popular comedian at the time.
He had done the year prior. It was I think Money Talks with Charlie Sheen, kind of a similar plot.
Yeah.
To this, it wasn't a cop movie per se, but
it was a buddy movie.
Buddy movie. No, I was gonna say with Jackie Chan films, I mean, one of the great things, especially like the first time you watch one, is that you discover at the end, there's the credits where they actually show the stunts from the filmed and the failed stunts, though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You see him like get hurt, like in Rumble in the Bronx, he misses like a jump, and then he broke his leg, and he had a sock that was airbrushed to look like his sneaker that he threw over the cast, and
then he finished the film.
He finished the film.
Amazing. But he actually was in, I want to say, what's the the really well-known Bruce Lee film. It was like the last one he did was that, not Game of Death, Enter the Dragon. He's in Enter the Dragon, and you see him for a split second. He's got long hair, but he's a henchman who Bruce Lee kills. So I mean, he even early in his career got to work with Bruce Lee.
Yeah, and he's a very talented actor as far as his stunt skills, but he's also a funny actor too. He knows how to keep you entertained, even with his words and his actions. So I think it's great. So I'm excited to get right into this movie. Like always, this movie was directed by I think it's Brett Ratner.
And, Brett Ratner, who, some people may know these days. He's kind of, I think he's been exiled from Hollywood. He was a Me Too person.
Oh, yeah, one of those. Okay.
Yeah.
I recognize the name. I didn't know from where.
Okay.
Yeah, he did a fair amount of films, late 90s, early 2000s that we've all seen that were pretty good. Kind of he did the third X-Men film after Bryan Singer left that. But he was somebody that there was some rumors about him that were not so great.
Let the romance begin.
Romancing the bone?
I did something wrong, didn't I?
That's probably what he did.
JG's like, this is getting too serious. I need to make this awkward.
He did that. He did that.
And then it was written by Ross Lam. You're gonna have to pronounce that for me.
LaManna.
And I don't know what else that they have done.
So he had done pretty much the entire Rush Hour series. So he did all 3 movies, and then there was even I didn't even realize this, but there was a short-lived TV show.
There was a short-lived TV show.
Yeah, there was some other writers involved, but the fact that he was involved in all 3, I just only credited him.
His career is basically Rush Hour.
Yeah.
Well, they're good movies. And then you got the producer there, and then this movie came out in 1998. It was PG-13.
That word there, JT, is Roger Brinbaum.
Yeah, I know.
You skipped over that so quick. He's produced some good movies though. He did the recent Magnificent Seven. We worked on G.I. Joe, Footloose, RoboCop. So I mean, he's done a fair amount of stuff throughout Hollywood as well. So
cool. And New Line Cinema was the studio. So very cool. I forgot. Again, this was a short movie. It's not that long, right?
No. Yeah, it's pretty quick.
And that's sometimes you need that in an action movie. You don't need them to be.
I mean, it works for something like this because overall, when you look at the plot, it's kind of a shallow plot. It's something that you could, if you needed to, do in an hour TV show.
Right.
But I mean, it doesn't feel like it's drawn out because there's enough action there. The comedy works. So yeah, you don't feel like you're wasting a whole lot of time, but it also doesn't feel like it goes by too quickly or anything like that. I think
you're entertained throughout the whole movie.
This is one of those though too, like anytime it's on TV, no matter where it's at, you'll just stop, watch it, and enjoy it.
Yeah, there's some scenes.
Next commercial break before you remember that you have to do your laundry.
Yeah, there's some scenes I don't think would fly nowadays.
No,
I'm Blackanese. Or some other stuff, but
what's up?
Yep, there's that.
But it was funny, right? Because how they landed it. It wasn't, any of that was crude at all. It was just funny because how they wrote it in there and how they landed.
Because it's like the fish out of water trope. That it's used all over in film and TV, but it really works here especially. And then you get the sequel where the roles are completely switched.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that works too. That was really fun. All right, so we're gonna do the numbers now, and that means everyone, you get to tell us what you think the numbers were for the movie.
11, 92, 12,
By the way, Rick, I'm glad that you're back on camera because you've been kind of sick the last couple of times.
Yeah, I know.
So I'm good that you're back on camera.
Thank you.
It's good to see you. And then I get to see you smile with things like this.
George of the jungle strong.
Yeah.
By the way, last time I played the full clip of that, we got a copyright.
Oh no.
So make sure those are at 8.
Well, the music part should be at 8. The
I
rest
don't know.
is an explosion.
They got mad.
Okay. I'll trim it down further.
See, I like your smiley face and then your sad face. It's great.
Wah wah.
Anyways, we got what is the budget, and then what is the box office. So, Rick, you already know these numbers. So me and Beard have to guess here. Can you believe this movie was filmed and released in '98? I feel so old. So,
but you're just like, that was what, 10 years ago?
No.
I know.
I was in high school. We reviewed Can't Hardly Wait a few days
We were all
ago.
in high school.
Yeah, it was Can't Hardly Wait a few weeks ago, right? We reviewed that.
I know.
And that was around the same time, and it's like, dang, all of us are 40 now. It's amazing.
Time is a son of a bitch.
It is.
That's
all right,
true.
Beard. What do you think is the budget? There's a lot of explosions in this movie and gunfire.
This was a film that the studio believed in. That's
Okay.
my one hint.
So they gave him a lot of money.
Probably higher than I thought, because I was thinking that like Jackie was going to be half the budget, basically. I'm going to say, and this might still be, I don't know. I'm going to say 30 million. I have no basis. I don't really follow budgets, so I'm just guessing.
I'm going to say 100. Going 100.
Okay. You're probably closer. I kind of wanted to
What
go
high
higher,
school? Well, I mean,
yeah, we were in high school, Ubaldo.
All together.
Yeah, we all went to high school. We're all brothers.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're triplets.
Larry, Moe, and Curly.
Can't you see the resemblance? Especially between JT and me.
Well, wait till we stand next to each other, you and me.
Great.
All right. And
Okay,
what do you think?
I think I went low on that.
Okay, so what do you think the box office was?
Probably.
Oh man, I hate when I fell old.
You do that when you hit 50.
I think probably I'm gonna go 250 million.
250 million. So you think it's going to kind of somewhat double? I could say I'm going to say triple. You say double, I say triple.
Okay.
My amount, which would be.
Does anybody in the chat want to guess? We haven't had anybody guess in a while.
Well, Nicole usually is the one that does it.
I know.
So
except
if
she
you-
usually knows these
If
things.
my
She
wife is
cheats.
still watching, she always guesses in there too. So
if you don't guess, you'll get this.
Hey, Phil? Phil? Hey, Phil Connors. Ned?
You'll get punched by the nicest person I know.
That smug bearded face.
All right, we'll give you a few seconds here, and if you're watching this after the fact, not live, you could put it in the comments, just kind of guess and tag it. That'd be kind of fun.
Don't Google, because I'll know the beard. It'll tell me.
Your wife says 50.
okay. Let's see what she has for box office.
We need box office, so maybe she thinks it doubled or tripled.
Yeah, because I think box office return on this was pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, it was a really fun movie. I mean, I remember when it came out in the movie theater. I think I even saw it in the movie theater, and then I made sure to buy it. I mean, it's a fun movie.
Yeah.
Ubaldo says 244 million for the budget.
I think for the box office.
That's got to be for box office.
Okay. Wife says 150. Okay. All right. So let's go here. Let's see what we got. Ooh, I was way over. But you were right. Look at you.
Yeah, look at you.
Really close.
I think you Ballo looked that up though, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah. Worldwide. Okay. Yeah, so it was 34 million was the budget. Today that would be 64.3. And in 98 they made, I mean, that's almost triple.
Well, that's more than triple.
Yeah, 244 million, and then it would have been almost a half a billion dollar movie today. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
because I was thinking there's not that much as far as special effects or explosions or things like that. You got your kind of typical action stunt pieces from Jackie Chan, but those are usually pretty low budget. You just need a sugar glass window for him to jump through every now and then.
Yeah. Well, what's the crazy thing is, like I said, everyone liked Rumble in the Bronx when it released, right?
There was a couple other films too that came out between then. There was like First Strike and
people liked Jackie Chan. They thought he was fun. So and they also like Chris Tucker because, like I said, he was in Friday, he was in Fifth Element. So when these two got together, it wasn't like two unknowns. It was two big actors getting. I guess this would be kind of comparable to when Nick Nolte and Eddie Murphy got together with what's that movie in the 80s?
48 Hours. When you said Nick Nolte, I was thinking Nick Cage, and I was like, when did Nick Cage and Eddie Murphy do a film together?
Yeah, so when they did a movie together, right, at that time, it was a kind of a buddy movie.
Yeah, 48 Hours.
I think a pretty decent chunk of that budget went to just those two guys.
And it's the same thing, but those are two big actors that I was trying to think today if there was anything like that like this today, like you had two big people that
they were both up and coming. This was Jackie Chan's first actual US film, because everything else he had done in Hong Kong.
Maybe it was that movie with The Rock and when they the CIA.
Rundown?
No, the other one. When The Rock's like a CIA agent, and then the other comedian, the short
Steve Carell.
No.
I know what you're talking about. Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart. That would be close to this.
Not I Spy, was it?
No, it's a Central Intelligence or something like that.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that cop movie with Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, that's another one. There you go. So it's similar to a lot of that. I remember they gave the green light on sequel because of this. Yeah. And like Rick said, it got flipped. So I got a fun story about the sequel, but I'm going to save it closer to the end. Look at this. This is when they are. I think they're getting arrested by someone.
There's Nerdy Neo. Central Intelligence was The Rock.
Hey, good to see you, Nerdy. Good to
see you, buddy.
He always likes to drop in the facts if we're wrong.
Yeah, this kind of kicked off the American Jackie Chan craze, because this was just a couple of years that Jackie Chan cartoon launched.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, Central Intelligence.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. That's great. There's Jackie Chan. Then we got Chris Tucker. But the one that surprised me, I forgot about, was the late Chris Penn. He was kind of in the beginning there, and he was like kind of the guy selling the C4.
This is another film though. There's a lot of late actors in this now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Chris Penn, Tom Wilkinson, Philip Baker Hall, Elizabeth Pena have all passed away.
The stream is not in my feed. Was only able to get it. Well, I'm sorry, man. Maybe go back and hit the button again. Yeah, hit the. Make sure you sometimes you have to click on the bell and then click it off again and click it on. Sometimes it fixes stuff like that.
YouTube likes to get up to shenanigans.
They do. Yeah, and we don't. We like to be nice to YouTube, but sometimes they can get a little crazy. So.
And speaking of stunt actors, this film had a cameo from a legendary stunt actor. I want to see either of you know who I'm talking about.
Are they listed here?
Yes, they are listed here.
Well, if I just had to go by looks, it's got to be Roger Fan. I don't know. That guy looks like he's been in every movie fight possible.
Roger Fan. Okay, JT, how about you?
I'm gonna
It's gotta be some old
say,
dude, isn't it?
I'm gonna say Rex Lynn. Sounds like a stunt
Rex
guy.
Lynn.
Stunt guy name.
Well, I was gonna say Beard was close. It's the guy next to Roger Fan, Gene LaBelle. Gene LaBelle was a Hollywood legend, stuntman. In
Okay.
fact, he is rumored to be the only, at least white guy, that ever defeated Bruce Lee.
Wow.
And Gene.
Wait. It's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood
Yes.
about him.
Yes, that's who Brad Pitt's character is based off of.
Oh,
Is
okay.
Gene LaBelle. Gene LaBelle studied judo. And yeah. I mean, he's been in so many films that you don't realize that you've seen him playing little bits and parts. In fact, he's the biker in The Golden Child with the bad breath, and Eddie Murphy's like, "I have some Tic Tacs in my pocket. You can have them all."
You know, it's funny you say Eddie Murphy. There were some moments when Chris Tucker, you can tell that he pulled from Eddie Murphy, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like when he was trying to trick people or kind of like ad-lib.
Explain something.
Yeah, like impersonate like a person. Like it reminded me a lot of, Beverly Hills Cop Eddie Murphy.
It might be coincidence, but he also has that line when he's leaving that back room full of dudes like gambling, where he says something about their bad breath.
Oh, maybe, but I think a lot of comedians, especially black comedians from the 90s, they pulled from Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy was like the king.
He was.
So,
but Gene LaBelle was the taxi driver who pulls the gun on him. But yeah, no, that guy was a legend.
Alaska says he's never seen this film.
That is crazy.
It's worth a watch.
Click back on Alaska real quick. I feel like Alaska needs to be howling.
Oh yeah,
I'm just saying he needs to be like.
His
howling.
His profile pic is like one of those shirts you buy at like a zoo, right? With like the 3 wolves. Yeah, that says we love you, Jeff, but I'm just telling you. So here's some other images of that's a funny picture that you found. That must have been during filming.
That was actually from MTV Movie Awards.
Okay.
After this came out, and because they were the big thing, those two.
Yeah, and I don't know if we mentioned this already, but this story is basically Chris Tucker's an LA cop. He's kind of like the joke of the department, right? And then Jackie Chan is like somewhat of a bodyguard to the Chinese.
He's a special inspector, I think is how they introduce him.
Yeah, right. But he's literally paid to bodyguard the Chinese, and I guess it's ambassador, consulate's daughter, and the family. It's like he's very connected to that person. So when she goes missing over here in America, the consulate calls him to help, and Chris Tucker's kind of like the FBI is involved in this because it's missing international child, but like the LA cops don't want to work with FBI, so they're like, we'll just send him Chris.
Yeah,
and they end up working really well together, and it's kind of funny seeing that.
It's not really noted, but the way this film begins too, it starts with it's the end of British rule in Hong Kong too, is what's going on.
And in less than 20 years now, it's ruled by China. There you go. I had to say that, but yes, pretty interesting.
I wish you had a gong to just sound effect to play.
I don't have. I mean, I have this.
You're out. Doyle rule.
Yep, exactly like a gong.
Yeah.
Your disappointment is palpable.
Are you trying to hurt my feelings? Because if so, you are succeeding. Fortunately, my feelings regenerate at twice the speed of a normal man's.
I mean, yeah. Okay. Yes, you're right. It starts off that way, and they kind of introduce the bad guys that you end up meeting later. Dirty Neo said, "I often quote this movie when talking to non-English speakers."
Now
Man,
I'm trying to picture like Neo's voice getting as high as Chris Tucker's, and that just
you
making
know,
my brain hurt.
You don't know even speaking American. You know what? You live in California. I swear, if you do that for reals, that's hilarious because you'll probably be canceled in a minute. Hey, how you doing,
Matt.
Vader? Good to
Going
see you.
on,
He
Vader?
was streaming earlier today. He was playing some video games. Good to see you. I'll do my Chris Tucker impersonation on my next stream. Okay, we'll look forward to that.
All right.
I'll clip it.
Yeah, it'll be fun. But these two, you know, they kind of hate each other in they don't really hate each other. They just dislike each other. They have their different agenda, right? But then they end up being
because
friends.
Carter, Chris Tucker's character, is basically just there to babysit Lee, Jackie Chan's character, and keep him away from the FBI's investigation. And he doesn't want to do it because he thought he was getting this big fancy assignment. And so they're both
G14
kind of in the way.
classified.
That's right, G14. They're both kind of just in the way of what they'd rather be doing.
Yeah, and then they realize, you know, maybe we can work together, and eventually they figure it out, and they save the daughter. So the main Chinese bad guy with the blonde hair, as soon as I saw that guy, it reminded me of Cisco. Do you remember Cisco, the thong song?
Yeah.
Well, they sing like the song in the credits too. Drew Hill.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's him. Yeah, he's the I think he was friends with Chris Tucker. But yeah, that song was it made me think of that guy. And
and that guy too right there he's a favorite of Brett Ratner's, and he's in every Brett Ratner film.
And also J.J. Abrams. That's Ken Long. He was in Lost. He was in the new Star Wars films that we don't talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah, the outtakes are hilarious. I wish we can play them, but you know how it be.
By the way, the scene when she's on her way to school and she's singing Mariah Carey, and that is Mrs. R2 and Little Spidey when we're driving in the car, and the guy in the front passenger seat, his reaction, that's me. When they're singing their pop music together. Yeah, I'm just like,
you know, what? when I saw that scene when they were it kind of reminded me of something. It kind of reminded me of something that I just want to hear again. It was just.
You know, that could be Matt Vader as well, not just Beard.
It could.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
We need to show that to Jude and go, does this remind you of anybody?
Yeah, that's Beard of Liberty as a dog.
Fun
movies.
I just got to call out that the driver and the bodyguard that's driving her to school, they're not good, because even my brain, if an officer is waving all traffic one direction and it gets to me and they wave me the other direction, then go back to pointing everybody else back the other direction, my brain kind of goes, something right here.
Well,
hold up.
They weren't from here, so maybe they just figured
maybe their turn signal was going for the other way. We just didn't see it.
Or they were distracted by the Mariah Carey singing.
Yeah,
probably.
Which, you know, for the actress that played the young girl, Julia Sue, on IMDb she's only credited for 2 roles, and I mean, as a kid actor, I think she did pretty good.
Yeah, she was fun. She kicked some butt at the end.
Yeah.
There. All right, so let's
Push the
find
goddamn
out.
button.
Chris Tucker's just like pulls her back, like, whoa, now.
Yeah, she was good. She was funny. Okay, let's find out what else came out in the movie theaters because we like to do that, kind of see what came out. I have a feeling.
L.A.P.D. ID too is pretty good.
Oh yeah, that was funny. When was that taken? Right. So let's do in the theaters.
Shut your drums and stop kicking the seats! We're trying to watch the movie!
So Vader said he had a better beard than the dog.
Maybe, but the dog's still got a pretty damn good beard.
You know what? It would be really funny, R2, if we clip that, like we show Alex and Kadish talking, and then whenever Veer talks, it's that dog with the Vader's voice. I think that would be funny.
I can do that.
We might have to do that. I think Jude would get a kick out of that. All right, so this is what came out in the movie theaters around 1998. What was the month again?
September.
September. So One True Thing was the other movie, and then
I don't know what that was.
Permanent Midnight. But we have Blade on here, Armageddon. Those are
Something
we should
about
probably
Mary.
read. Deep Impact. We've talked about doing disaster movies before.
Simon Birch.
Oh my God, Titanic was in week 40.
Yeah,
It's
Titanic
approaching
was
a
still
year.
showing people how a ungrateful witch can drown someone without putting them on a board. Yes. That was
Yes.
still out. in
And
the
you had Deep Impact and Armageddon together. Look at that.
Yeah. That I mean, those were. We
Yeah,
do need to do a
Armageddon and
month
Armageddon
of
at home,
disaster
let's be
movies.
honest.
Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
X-Files.
Yeah. Ever After was a good one, but we've never reviewed. We only reviewed Rush Hour, so none of these.
Small Soldiers. It's not terrible, actually.
This is a fun week. This would be a fun weekend at the movies, like we always say. And I think we should do it like we talked about it before, right? A disaster movie where
Look
we
at
compare.
what Rush Hour though brought in compared to like everything else. Like just it
was
mopped the
successful.
floor.
Well, yeah, but who's going to go see? Most people have probably seen a lot of these movies already when they went to the movie theater.
But
so.
still, I mean, like those are impressive numbers, but still, like
it was also in double the
in
theaters.
1 week. It did what, like nearly a fifth of its budget or its return.
Yeah.
It made back its budget.
Well, it made it back its budget. I mean, its ultimate return. It made nearly a fifth of it in 1 week.
It was in the same amount of theaters of Something About Mary, and it made quite a bit more.
Yeah.
And Blade too. But yeah, we should definitely do a disaster where we compare like Volcano and Dante's Peak, and
it'd be fun.
That'd be fun. Week 40 these days. What is it? Week 40. These days, it would be on streaming. You are absolutely correct. They don't do this anymore.
Week 6.
Yeah, you don't see like week 40. What was the Oh yeah, Nerdy Neo. We did a thing together about ET. ET was almost a full year, almost 52 weeks. It was crazy. Until Return of the Jedi that knocked it off. So
I just see that and it's like that's just so many lonely cat ladies going to see that film.
You know who's going to that film that many times? You know who it is? It's he thought it was like the best thing ever.
Yeah, hey, it's Patrick. Nice seeing you, Patrick. Thanks for being here.
Hey, do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Yes. Yeah. Great weekend. It would be great to go back and kind of relive that kind of stuff, right? So
yeah.
So let's go ahead and do the fun facts, because I think you have a good amount, right, Rick?
Yeah, I got a couple.
All right, cool.
That's the fact, Jack! That's the fact, Jack!
Yeah, Ubaldo says good old days. Yes.
I know.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Miss those days. Okay, trivia. The Fu Chow is a real restaurant in LA Chinatown. As of January 2021, there still is a sign that states Rush Hour was shot here.
Oh, cool. Fu Chow.
Fu Chow. Say that 5 times fast.
Fu Chow. I have a feeling it's going to be like that dog.
Is that the type of beard that the dog had? A Fu Chow?
A Fu Chow. Yeah. Oh, you're absolutely right. Fu Chow.
Yeah.
Patrick, if you don't know what we're talking about, stick around. We're going to play it for a third time.
Oh, yeah. Jackie Chan said the scene when Lee first meets Carter was very similar to the first time the actors met in real life at the offices of the William Morris Agency. Chan said Tucker was talking so fast that after the meeting ended, Chan told his manager, "I don't understand any of the words coming out of his mouth." I was used in the film.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Martin Lawrence was the original choice for Carter. Dave Chappelle, Will Smith, Tupac Shakur, and Wesley Snipes were all considered for the role of Carter. Eddie Murphy was also offered the role of Carter, but he turned it down to make Holy Man instead.
I think Carter was a good fit here.
Tupac and Snipes?
Tupac died by the time the movie came out, so
yeah, you know,
but still, even to consider for a comedy role, those two, the others I could see.
Another person that was considered for this, I just was trying to keep everything to one page here, was Chris Farley. This movie had been in talks for a while, and Chris Farley,
he did Beverly Hills Ninja.
Yeah, and he backed out of it.
I don't think it would have been good with him either.
Early on, though, before I think Jackie Chan was even considered.
Well, he did Beverly Hills Ninja.
Yeah,
and it was kind of similar. That was a great movie. Cool.
And then last we have Carter shoots Clive's car, causing the C4 in the trunk to explode in a large fireball. See, because I wondered this. This is why I pulled this one. In reality, C4 is extremely stable, but immensely powerful, high-speed explosive, meaning that not only it would not have detonated when struck by a bullet, it also would not result in the fireball seen in the film. Were the large amount of the C4 in the trunk to explode at once, it would not only completely destroy the car, the shockwave alone would likely result in Clive's death and likely knock Carter off his feet at the very least.
Yeah, Clive is lucky he only lost part of a pinky.
It's just like, explosions in space.
Yeah. No, I did wonder that. I'm like, I don't think you can shoot C4. I always thought
if it has a
detonator.
Yeah, if it has a detonator actually inserted in it and you happen to hit basically a third of a straw, like drinking straw sized piece of that detonator, there's a chance that you could actually set it off. But even then, it's unlikely.
Yeah.
But, you know, reality doesn't make for good movies when you're doing comedy in action.
Well, maybe he hit the remote and that's what made it explode.
Maybe. Well, that's pretty interesting, though. But yeah, movies do that a lot. It's movies.
Yeah.
So, most, like explosions in space.
Hey, Nicole.
It's Nicole. Yeah.
Pat says he doesn't speak jive.
Yeah, Nerdy says he wants us to review Beverly Hills Ninja. Maybe we'll do ninja movies.
I speak jive.
Who's Beard? I think he's saying Beard have hands on XP with C4 or hands on experience with C4?
I'm not telling.
I don't know. He does have experience. With...
George of the jungle.
Never should have told that story.
We love you, Beard.
Yeah, we love you, man. You know what? We love you so much that
I love you. You love me.
Anyways, well, Ubaldo said it a while back. He wants us to play it again, so everyone else who missed it gets to see it. But we found Beard's dog.
Spirit animal.
Spirit animal, I guess. It's a dog, though.
Yeah. You know, it kind of looks like an alien from like Flight of the Navigator.
Okay.
Kind of talks like Chris Tucker.
I should save that to my phone and add it alongside the photo of some like French Muppet from years ago that looked oddly like me.
We have people commenting about our dog video that I haven't seen comment on our video. It's funny.
I was gonna say I need to take a screen cap and have that be your photo ID when you call me Beard.
You know what? What I need to do is actually freeze frame and like grab a screenshot of that so I can put it for my no cam picture.
There you go.
Okay.
Doesn't it sound like Beard though when he goes on his rant?
I don't sound like a chicken when I rant.
Oh, now they want to know our spirit animals.
Ooh.
I mean, I don't know, Rick. What would yours be?
I don't know.
You never know. You don't get to pick your own spirit animal. Other people pick it for you.
Okay, you have to pick it for us then, Beard.
I can't. Just like when this dog popped up, when you see it, you know it. You just it has to happen organically. We'll update the people as we go.
Okay. Yeah, we have a lot of ideas with that dog. You might see that dog quite a bit more. I'm glad.
We about killed Ubaldo.
So I do have a cool story. So you said earlier that this movie was so successful that they made a sequel, right? And we said in the sequel that it flipped where Jackie Chan goes, I believe, to China. And in that movie, one of the plots, I believe, is that they're building a hotel, a casino hotel in Vegas. It was like called the Red Dragon or something like that. I don't know if you all remember this. But let me actually, I had it up, but then I lost it because the dog took my tab away. But if you remember, it was the hotel that they were rebuilding, and then there was like an explosion and all that. And Vader might know this hotel too. It was actually a real hotel that they blew up. It was the Desert Inn hotel, and it was a real famous Desert Inn. It was a real famous casino in Vegas. Let me see if I can get a good picture of it that you would have probably. Let's see if I can share this real quick. So here's the Desert Inn in Vegas. So here it is right here. Like this is what it kind of looked like. So wait, where'd it go? Oh my gosh. Boomy.
Man.
Anyway, so it was an old hotel, and so what they did was they were going to tear it down, because that's what happens in Vegas with the hotels, right? They tear them down and build new ones. So the night that they wanted to do the explosion because they knew they were going to tear it down anyways. Well, they were filming. I was in Vegas the weekend or the week that they were filming that movie, the Rush Hour 2. So like I saw Chris Tucker, I saw Jackie Chan doing all the stuff when they were filming that scene when they blow up that hotel, and they actually did blow it up. Here it is, right? If you see it there. So they actually did blow up the hotel, and I was in Vegas, and it was across the street from Treasure Island. But they actually did blow up the Red Dragon Hotel. And I think if you actually type Red Dragon in here, hold on, you can see it. So here's the Red Dragon. Can you see it there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And they gussied it all up for the movie. And then so these windows way up there, they swung from that.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Do you remember that scene?
Yep.
Yeah.
And the little crazy Chinese lady blows herself up. in the
Right.
hotel.
So I got to see. I'm actually going to make sure I can blow that picture up. I got to see them jump from that window, and so here's another article of it. Here you can see the windows there. But yeah, I got to see them do that and blow up the hotel at the same time the next day. No, isn't that cool?
That's really cool.
Yeah. So here's the side of the fake hotel, right? And then it was the Desert Inn, and which was a very old hotel that pretty famous actually. A lot of famous people visited there, and they blew it up for the second rush hour.
I mean, if something's going to be demolished anyway, go ahead and make a set piece out of it.
Oh yeah, it was really cool to see them do that. It was crazy.
That's something though that movies have done before. If they're gonna have an explosion, they'll look for somewhere if they can film it. They did that in Lethal Weapon 3 in the beginning.
I don't know if
that was a building in Orlando, Florida. That was it was like a parking structure is really what it was.
Right.
I don't know if it was a legitimate building. It didn't look like it was CG, but in Ocean's 11, I think it is. You have a casino being demolished in the background. Everybody's looking, but Brad Pitt's character's looking the other direction because he's casing stuff.
Yeah, but it was neat to see them actually do the stunt, see them fly through and do all of that, and then see all the film crew out there. And there was a crowd of people. And then they blew it up, and then the next day or that same weekend that I was there, they tore it down. So it was cool to see. So we're gonna do something. We're doing something new on the channel with our friend over there over at Criticus Blaine. So we're gonna enter our live review there on criticus.com. We did this last Saturday with Police Academy, and it was fun. So Criticus again is you can find them at criticus.com, and you can put your review with us at the same time. So all right, so let's add our review here for Rush Hour. So again, we're going to start at, I don't think it's any of these. I don't think it's a bogus or heinous. No, I think it's decent, rad.
I would say 70.
Yeah, I was thinking 70 to 75.
Okay, 75, 73. There we go.
Yeah, let's go with that.
All right. Graphic language.
Titty.
Say a good amount of graphic language.
Yeah.
There is a lot of violence. I guess we could put it there. So
I mean, there is violence, but it's kind of like Coyote and Roadrunner type violence most of the time,
right?
Except for the guns.
I don't think there's a lot of sexual content in this.
Maybe talk, but not content.
Yeah.
Like in terms of like visually.
Yeah, I mean there is references, but and then let's see. I would say it's slightly family friendly.
Yeah.
And then there you go. And there's did you want to last time on Police Academy you said something funny, Rick. Did you want me to do something similar?
Oh.
Type how's your camel hump?
Okay, they're gonna hate us now. Okay.
I actually really did like that part of the movie where Chris Tucker's character switched over and actually started looking for good Chinese food.
HUM.
Yeah. Okay. So when you ever watch people type online, they always misspell. So
I was gonna say I meant to look that up and go like, do they actually eat camel's hump? Or is that like something else? Like really? Like it's just chicken.
That's funny. Patrick says most excellent, Bill. Yeah. Alrighty. There we go. There's our review for Criticus. You can follow us over there at criticus.com and please do. That'd be fun. All right. Those are final thoughts of the movie. So
actually real quick, just shout out new subscriber Saskia Sorden. I don't know if you saw that.
Oh,
no, I did not.
Thank you.
And then Rogue Attraction dropped in late. He's lurking.
He's driving home from the park, I think.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for subscribing.
Yes, thank you.
we like to have a fun time here reviewing old movies because we enjoy them, and we're not really fans of the new ones. So, and Beard's never seen most of them, so it's fun to see his reaction.
Yeah.
All right, so we've got some a couple things going on next Monday. Me and Rick are taking a break because he's coming to visit me here in Texas.
Y'all are going on a date, rather.
We are. We're going on a vacation date. But Beard apparently is going to do his own show on here. So tune in Monday, and you'll see Beard. And are you having a guest? Are you?
I probably should have started working on that a long time ago. If I can get one, I'll get one. If not, it'll just be a solo show.
I think we'll be able to get one.
You know who's always willing to do something? You can call this guy. You can reach out to Rogue, and Nerdy Neo. They're usually pretty available.
So I mean, I'm going to try to keep it kind of similar. And I did pick a film that's still cop themed, and I haven't actually even told y'all yet. But I think I'm going with I think it's 87 movie Dragnet.
Okay.
Oh, right on.
And,
kids, it'll grow back.
That's one of those that I know I've seen because I remember my parents watching it, but I could not tell you anything about it.
Now, folks, be nice to him. It's his first time doing a live show by himself. So there's
going to be a lot of fumbling and nervous laughter. Probably some sweating.
May click on the wrong button. So if he ends early, don't get mad at him. Because next time when we come in, we'll do this.
Lord Vader, the fleet has moved out to flight speed and we're preparing to...
You have failed me for the last time, Admiral. Captain Piet.
Yes, my lord.
Make ready to land our troops beyond their energy field, then deploy the fleet so that nothing gets off the system. You are in command now, Admiral Piet.
Thank you, Lord Vader.
So we'll just do that. Or we'll be really happy for you and we'll cheer. So
yeah,
I think you're
it'll be
He's gonna do great.
Because I have never run a live stream before, and I have to run some test recordings between now and next week. And I kind of half expect that you guys will remote in from your cell phones just to poke and prod at me a little bit, at least for a couple of minutes, and cause some chaos in the chat.
Maybe. Well, you have friends in the community like Jacob. They can help you.
Yeah, Jacob's he's already reached out and said if I need any help, he'd be willing to give me some tips.
I think you're gonna do great. I think it'd be fun. Yeah, me and Rick are gonna hang out. Our families are gonna hang out. He's coming to visit. So yeah. Will you rate the movie from clean shaven to ZZ Top Beard?
That's a good rating. I need to set that up.
Yeah, you don't have to do everything perfect. You could just do this. You just talk. You don't have to do all the buttons. It's fine. You'll be all right.
We'll find out.
It's so I'm excited. It'll be fun. It's Wednesday night on Late Night with Cap. I am going live with a panel group, and we're for the March. We are going to talk about leprechauns. So I think Beard, you're going to be on that one, right, with me?
Yes, I am.
So that would be fun. So look forward to that over there on Late Night with Cap. It's my first kind of panel type of new way of doing the channel. So I hope it goes really well and it should be fun. Rick, did you have any other things to mention today?
No, I got nothing.
And we're very close to 400 subs, so I appreciate the new sub. Tell your friends.
We're about 18 away from 400, so
yeah,
awesome.
We should get there, and it should be fun. It would be great to celebrate that. Maybe Beard can get us 20 subs.
No pressure.
Am I gonna have to take off my shirt?
Yes.
That costs money.
You have to get that
People
dog.
are gonna have to send something.
You're gonna
take
have
off
to
your shirt and shake your dinners. Come on.
You're gonna have to one more time before we're gonna end it. We're gonna end it on the dog. You're gonna have to bring the dog. Okay? You're gonna have to bring the dog. All right, everyone. You have a great night, and we will. We will talk to you later.
Truck to refrigerators to dumpster, 360 spin onto the Palace backflip gainer into the trash.